Welcome back to the table. We're Finding Atoria, a weekly TTRPG podcast with a couple of friends.
If you want us to be, we can.
We've made it weekly every episode.
We have not missed.
Which is impressive.
It's damn near scary.
So we are going to be talking about books this week. And there's only two of us.
It's just us and the books.
And the books.
It's all right. It's good.
We got it. So we have to decide who goes first. Both of us took one book on the bookshelf.
Yes. The premise is
we're going to talk about the book.
We're going to talk about, but we're going to roll to see who goes first.
Yes.
Any bonuses? Because
no, there's no bonuses.
I couldn't come up with the because quick enough. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm tough to beat today, Bird.
Oh,
17.
You won. This was apparently not a great idea with this dice.
You got to pre-roll and check them out and everything. I won, so I want to hear about your book.
I did Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So you once again have notes.
Gods, yes.
I'm not going to interview you about your book. I'm going to shut up and listen because I'm excited about this one.
And it came out in 2017. It's for 5th edition.
Okay.
D&D. And this one comes with like built-in module and in the lore.
Fantastic.
So I'm real geek, but it's bad. It's a crime lord beholder.
That's Xanathar.
Under Waterdeep.
Wow.
So
great concept.
It has been, and the Xanathar isn't it was the original guy's name, but now it's a title.
It's a title passed on.
Which I was like, I love this.
Dread Pirate who?
Yeah. It's baked in. But this book, I started reading this book and my Gygaxian heart grew 3 sizes too big that day. It is nothing but tables.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's nothing but tables, and they have tables for everything. And that's why it's a rule book.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but they give you a module inside of it with the tables?
Well, I think this one ties into Dragon Heist.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it functions
it functions as a rule book there.
Yeah. So it's all tables. There's 31 subclasses. And some of the big subclasses were bards, were College of Swords.
Nice.
And you see this in play later on. Path of the Zealot Barbarian. For the fighters, the Arcane Archer. Gloomstalker Ranger.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bigger chunk of rogue subclasses, but that's where the Mastermind came from.
Right.
That was no, it's built in.
That's fantastic.
Let's see. The Pally is the redemption. But the rogue gave you the swashbuckler.
That's where you get the swashbuckler subclass from.
That's where you get the
in the Mastermind as well, and that's
and the Inquisitive one.
You're right.
So the swashbuckler is playable.
Very, very cool.
So, the Hexblade Warlock too. This is such a rule. This is a rule book, guys. It has a story,
Expansion.
but it is a rule book. But guess who spearheaded it?
Okay.
It's Crawford.
It's a Crawford book.
It's a Crawford book. So
it seems like a very heavy ode or lean back to, like you said, those early Gygaxian table heavy. So hit me with a couple of tables in there. Do you have favorites? Do you have
page 88? This was the hilarious part. I was like, page 88 explains challenge ratings.
Okay, that is
it
useful.
Breaks that into tables.
Oh wow. Very, very cool.
And the encounter builders, you can sit there and
just put them together infinitely.
There's a huge section on traps. that was the one where I was like, yay.
Tori gets lost for a while.
Yeah, this is rogue heavy. But then they have tables and tables of spells too.
Okay, so
they have a shitload. The last part of the book is nothing but tables. But then there's the spells and those and some magical items. But it was play tested in Unearthed Arcana.
Okay.
And they released it with Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Which if we do, I'm going to ask, if we do another books, would you do Tasha's?
Yeah, I can do Tasha's.
It is. I know it's one of your favorite books, and it's one that I would just love a breakdown on for sure.
I can do that. But it was the rules expansion gift set, which was that was I probably would have dropped money.
Yeah, lots of it too. And it was incorporated some of those subclasses, I think, are some of the most played that you see at modern tables. The Gloomstalker. Everybody loves a Gloomstalker.
Or Beastmaster.
Right.
Those are you get an animal pet.
Very, very very playable characters.
Yeah.
The cover art on the book is incredible. And I hate
Fishy has a name.
Yes. And there is, so break down that cover art a little bit. People can't see it, but what are you looking at?
You're looking at a blue beholder looking at a goldfish.
A goldfish in a tank. And you tell
there's two different tanks for the goldfish.
And the goldfish you said has a name.
Yes. It does.
And I'm putting you
Silgar.
on this. Silgar the goldfish.
Silgar the goldfish, and the goldfish has a keeper. And because goldfish die, when the goldfish dies, everybody panics to get they pulled a parent trick.
Tell me more.
Replace the goldfish. And somebody doesn't notice.
So you're going to pass the turtle off with a dead turtle?
I mean, I was like, but it's a beholder.
Right. And I kind of torpedoed you with this, but I am always into the artists. And it looks like, if you've got this in your notes and I'm stealing your thunder, forgive me.
No, you're not.
Jason Rainville was the standard edition, and then there is an alternate cover, which is Hydro 74, who did that.
Oh, see, yep. But this one, now I know about the goldfish.
That's sense. Cool. I just pictured the sinking fields having a big sign that said lore as you went down. I
got closer and closer, and I'm like, oh my God. Nope. But he's a mafia boss.
That's fantastic. And runs that mastermind archetype profile.
Yeah.
And you got to love that. Those are some of my favorite characters in any game.
Yep.
Is that you don't see them, you don't meet with this person.
You don't want to.
Right. It's that whole Kaiser Soze element that I love those characters, those masterminds, the hidden hand sort of things. That's fantastic. Anything else that you wanted to kick to us on Xanathar's?
The tables. And they give you new rules, and people know I kind of like them crunchy.
You prefer crunchy cereal for sure.
Yeah. And this gives me more.
I think that one of the things that it gives you, and I'm sure other books have it, maybe not as well, especially newer, but that ability that you had in second ed to take a handful of tables and just build over and over and infinitely,
just like
roll and go.
Trust the dice.
Yeah, roll and go and trust the dice.
Nope, this encounter is going to be quicker than you thought.
Right. Running is now an option. Well, that's fantastic. I love that book. We will come back. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about. I want to get into Deities and Demigods. So it's a totally different era of book, but I love this book, and it fed so much of our early table in Atoria. I'll get into that a little bit, but
we'll be back.
All right.
When you sit down at the table, open the books, and spill out the dice, you're looking for an epic adventure. Tabletop role-playing is more popular than ever, and every day new players join our great hobby. My name is Steve Kellums, and I'm the host of the Epic Adventure Podcast. I'm just a fan with a radio voice, but joining me on this quest will be Mike Howlett, the co-founder of Oddfish Games, a great independent game company, and Christina Stiso, a PhD student studying game-based learning. Together, we will discuss all things tabletop gaming, from character creation to world building to setting and pacing. We will give you tips and tricks to make your games, well, epic. Like and subscribe to the Epic Adventure Podcast today.
This episode of Finding a Tori is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. The Finding a Tori podcast is looking for guests for our upcoming episodes. Are you or someone you know passionate about the TTRPG community and have a story to share? If so, contact us on our socials or reach out at wordleafmedia.com/findingatoria. And now back to your program.
Welcome back to Finding a Toria. We're going to talk about books.
We are. I just want to stop again, and it's you and me.
Yep.
In the studio, and we really haven't gone off the rails.
No.
And I'm not suggesting that we do. I think that we can use this bird as evidence that we can be trusted. And then,
I'm down.
And then disappoint the shit out of everybody later.
Save it.
We'll get a little credit in the bank. They'll think everything's fine.
Save it. Yep.
I'm going to edit this. No, I'm not. But they'll
like, you
forget.
Really want to do that?
They'll forget. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, Malcolm and Tori, they do an episode together. And then we just bring the fucking chaos. Yeah. Okay. But we'll keep it tight for this one.
And talk about your book.
We'll stick to the plan. Yes, I'm speaking of off the rails. I went to a book that I've used so much in game forever. It is a Advanced Dungeons and Dragons first edition supplement. And I'm going to talk about Deities and Demigods. And if anybody at all is not cool with the idea of discussion of mythos or
the trigger warning, go away.
Turn it off. You'll be fine, and we can talk about it. So the core concept of the book published by TSR in 1980 was an Advanced Dungeons and Dragons first edition expansion tool that gave players access and DMs access to known mythos deities and demigods. So they did not create. This is not your Takasis and
bunch of gods.
You know, this is stuff that you know from your history and mythology books, and they are familiar names. And it was so cool in my mind that they could actually do this.
Yes.
That I immediately started incorporating as much God-like interaction into our game as I possibly could. Because what they did is they stat blocked everybody. And I'll get into everybody in a little minute.
See, it's amazing there. We're both like, hey.
And it represented a time that is so different from now. We talked a little bit about in a previous episode that canvas that's been painted to the corners, maybe in this. And there's so much
everything,
and there's so much you can't do. Those golden cows in the room are protected not only because they're sacred, but there's lawsuits that you know what I mean. It's so different now. So James M. Ward, Robert Kuntz put this book out. And it was embedded really in this design culture, and the art of this book's fantastic and different than most. But it was supposed to be experimental. It was supposed to be kind of this, we're not sure that we can do this. Nobody's told us we can't. And I'll get back to that a little bit. But you have a couple of very famous names in art from that time. And Errol Otis is probably one of those pantheon names. Jeff D., David Sutherland III, but it was almost this psychedelic, surreal sort of almost unsettling images in there, and they did great job of representing not only through stat blocks, but really good illustrations of some just names like there's Odin in there. And they hit every damn mythos that you can come up with. It. They really did. The Celtic stuff was where I went immediately. But they've got Native American, they've got Japanese and Chinese, and it's done well. It's not, hey, these are our representations. they're the real gods from those mythos.
Yeah. They statted everything.
They did. So the content...
But they brought all of it.
Made it absolutely legendary. So now you could go into a Hindu, Egyptian, Norse culture inside your game, and you could bring down the wrath of these very real to their mythos creatures. Now, when I get into mythos, we have to talk about the original version of this game, because there are two editions of the original publication. And one of them is inclusive of the Cthulhu mythos and the Melderbonian mythos, which is based on a novel by an author that I can't access right now, but I think's in my notes, and we'll keep going. Now, this is awesome because there are amazing deities and demigods in both of those mythos.
The one copy somewhere.
And the copies that include those are very collectible and a bit more rare these days because, of course, what happened is the Lovecraftian estate.
What? I don't think so.
And, kind of at a time where if you can put a stat block around a Lovecraftian horror from an adjacent, I mean, come on. But these are... Please see the word hobbit and halfling. These are protected things. These are copywritten things. So almost immediately, because of the popularity of the book, they reran an edition with out those things and apologized and moved forward. So if you have a copy of the original one, which we have a copy of both in our library, and okay, so that may be the first recorded sneeze break ever on the show. Like, that was so violent that I actually had to turn the freaking mics off. Everybody's okay, though. My eardrums included. And what we were talking about, of course, was this initial edition of the deities and demigods having the Lovecraftian Cthulhu. And what they were doing, I think, and I really wanted to talk about this because... it wasn't like a licensing issue. They weren't testing the Lovecraft estate. This was the designer saying, guys, everything's good for the table.
Yep.
Everything. Like, you don't have to. You can go through this, and it is such a rich book. Some of the art in it is incredible, but they stat block everybody.
That's the best part.
And it was incredible. And
they built them.
So... it was this innocent time, I think, where they just didn't know what they didn't know. IP boundaries, weren't really there at the time. Publishing really wasn't that professional at the time.
Well, that was back in the long ago. I'm sorry, but...
it was still that Wild West sort of, nobody slapped our hand, and why not have it? It was almost this unhinged sort of, let's dump it all in and make it awesome. And it was just, it was almost audacious. It was almost like, I can't believe that they're doing this and just including cross genre and just going with straight raw
anything
design.
Goes.
I'll stat anything. You know what I mean? It was fantastic. Of course, it had some criticisms. They're going to say that the mechanics were absolutely unreal, that the deities were wildly uneven, and that, this South American or Central American deity should have stacked up better versus its Norse counterpart. All of these things, I honestly could give a shit. They went and did it. You know what I mean? And that's...
you can adjust tables, guys.
You can adjust tables. It became a universal storytelling engine that you could apply. I'm
going to give you all of these options.
Absolutely. It gave you access to high-level campaigns, not just for enemies. And as you remember in Atoria, the Heroes of the Crossroads definitely went afoul of a pantheon of gods.
Twice.
A couple of times you were a bit of a raucous bunch, but not only for enemies, but like patrons. Like, your cleric now has access to a statted, you know what I mean? It unfurled so much in the game for me that I absolutely love the book. Page 42, I believe, is a fantastic illustration of Egyptian deities just standing around in this circle, and it's done so well.
It gives you everything.
You could you could kill Zeus. And for us, at the right time that we incorporated this, we were traveling around 14th to 17th level.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, I've thrown everything at you, including you. Like
we got out of that fight.
Yes.
We made it out.
I put you in an arena with doppelgangers because we were out of monstrous compendium ideas and I was spent. And this gave me higher stakes, completely OP'd enemies.
Yes.
To match my completely OP'd freaking players. And it was just a treasure trove. It was a fountain for me. And I really think it was the end of that legal innocence in the game where you could just create, and if enough people liked it, you could publish it. You could make a little money.
It wasn't painted to the edge.
It wasn't painted to the edge, and it wasn't tainted by the bad paint of litigation and endless lawyers being involved in corrupting and limiting the creative process. It was still just maybe that last look at the Wild West before all of the dollars came in, before it all became about IPs and who's buying what company.
Sacred cows.
and sacred cows and lawsuits. Yes.
Yes.
Episode title.
Sacred cows and lawsuits. I mean,
but that's what I brought to the table on Deities and Demigods. I'm sure it's been updated. I'm sure that there's more resources out there, but it is the Cyclopedia of Gods and Heroes from Myth and Legend, and it's one of my favorite resource books ever.
See, we both went crunchy.
We did. We went mega crunchy because they break down so much in there.
I know.
And it's
more
stats,
tables.
It's blocks of stats and tables. It's
to
good.
Throw them at. I still don't understand challenge ratings, even though it's literature.
Crunchy cereal today.
So I think we will see you next week.
Yes, we definitely will see them next week. And
it's Happy Mother's Day.
It is Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
It's Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, absolutely. And we should have more back in the studio when we reconvene.
Yes. We will see you guys next week. You should come find us. Add us and we'll get you a sticker. Yeah. If you choose to share your address, we will send you a lovely Finding a Tori.
Maybe a couple of them if you leave us a comment. I think that'd be cool. Tell them where to find us.
We are on
www.wordleafmedia.com/
Finding a Toria.
Yep.
And there's a button.
You can support the show on our Patreon by hitting the button.
There's a button.
YouTube has our Wordleaf Media YouTube account where you can leave comments on episodes. And then, we're social media people. You can find us out there.
Facebook.
Both of them.
Yep.
All right.
So we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. This episode of Finding a Toria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. Find us at wordleafmedia.com/findingatoria if you or anyone you know has stories or other good things to say about TTRPGs. Get a hold of us. You can find us on all the social medias.
This episode of Finding a Toria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. Are you interested in sharing stories of your favorite TTRPG experiences? If so, reach out at www.wordleafmedia.com/contact us on our socials, or you can now leave a comment on your favorite Finding a Toria episode at our Wordleaf Media YouTube channel.